This warrior is the single survivor of his village. He is strong, but the impact of the war takes a toll on him. As he journeys around, he finds a city that needs help. Will he help them or destroy them? Jushin is a town in the eastern world of Japan. The lord has a gathering of soldiers called Angyo-Oshin. They disguise and fight battles for the king, and they act as the police and security of Jushin town. Villains defeat Jushin, the king is killed, and almost all the Angyo-Oshin die except one of them, Munsu, who decides to continue his life as a wanderer after the destruction of his country. He walks through the desert barefooted, and without water, he collapses. Manilon, a young boy who has taken the examination of an Amenosa from the Jushin town about 3 times without succeeding, finds Munsu on the floor and gives him water. He asks him why he is walking in the desert alone. Manilon tells him there are carnivorous demons in that desert who eat humans. Manilon tells him he was once a veterinarian before he decided to become a zombie by taking the Amenosa examination. Munsu asks him why he stopped being a doctor. Manilon says a new feudal lord named Bayon took over the governance of his town and had been maltreating everyone. He tells him his lover, Cheonhyan, has been taken captive by Byon, and he wants to learn so he will get Cheonhyan back. Munsu reminds him that an Amenosa can't marry. He tells him that it is useless for him to waste his energy to become Amenosa just for a woman. Manilon asks if Munsa has ever lost his parents. Munsu throws his medal at him. He is a Mahal of Amenosa, one of the highest positions. He tells him to take the medal as it is already useless now that Jushin has been destroyed. Munsu comes back for his medal, telling Manilon that he is feeling lonely without it. As they speak, the human-eating demons shoot a spear at Manilon and he dies. They attack Munsu, who negotiates with them that he will give them Manilon's body if they let him go, and they release him. He has kept bombs on Manilon's body, so as the demon devours it, it blows them off. Manilon's headband flies towards Munsu, who now decides to visit Manilon's village. In that village, the feudal lord Bayon is looking for a bodyguard. He finds a giant and asks him to fight against 100 citizens to know how strong he is. The giant is defeated, and he tells his assistant Hokasa to kill every non-disabled man there and their family. He visits Cheonhyan. He tells her that Manilon is not coming back because Jushin has been destroyed. He asks her to marry him and he will end her suffering, but she refuses, so he asks that her punishment be increased. Munsu enters the village. He stays at a shed to buy tea and overhears some of the men in the village complaining about Bayon. They wish an Amenosa would come to save them like one came to save a village in the north. Bayon, while having his breakfast, tells Hokasa that he has had bad dreams. Although he knows Jushin has been destroyed and Amenosa no longer exists, he still doesn't feel peace. A maid brings his meal and mistakenly breaks the plates. He ordered that she should be taken to prison for 100 years. He asks Hokasa if he has found a man who could protect him. Hokasa replies otherwise. They are informed that a man has volunteered to protect him, and the man says he can fight 100 men. Bayon orders that 100 non-disabled villagers should be captured to fight with Munsu. As he sees the villagers, he says he wants to fight Bayon's soldiers rather than fight villagers. Munsu has taken the identity of Manilon. He uses his band and dresses like him, so he is addressed as Manilon. The villagers are happy Manilon is back. Bayon asks why he returned because he knows Jushin has been destroyed. Bayon says he will allow him to go back or else he will die in the same way his parents did. Manilon asks if he has been having nightmares. He removes the face of Manilon and uses his medal to command the ghost of Jushin. The ghost fights with all the soldiers. He tells the villagers that they have to stop being a coward if they want to win. As one of the ghosts attempts to kill Bayon, Cheonhyan emerges. She is a woman with excellent swordsmanship. She kills all the ghosts, and while Bayon watches the fight between Cheonhyan and Munsu, the villagers attack him and subdue him. Munsu can't win against Tianhian. As she attempts to kill him, she sees Monilon's headband on him. She collapses on his body as she remembers the day she gave Monilon that hairband. It was the day Monilon told her he wanted to become an Amenosa, and he knew Amenosa doesn't have families, so he asked her if she could be his Sundo. Sundos are men who follow Amenoso everywhere. She accepts his proposal. After the fight between Munsu and Tianhian ends, he takes her to Monilon's grave and apologizes for not saving her lover. As he turns his back to leave, Tianhian begs to go with him, and she says she will be his Sundo. For days and nights, they both journey through the wilderness. One day, Munsu sees a man who sells smuggled guns. After he takes one of the guns, he calls his ghost to kill the man. As he turns, a boy named Jun comes by him and asks if he is an Amenosa. He tells him their village is in trouble and he should help them. Munsu saw Jun holding a leaf. Immediately, he takes the leaves and Jun loses his memories. They decide to visit the village. They are welcomed by some men who take Jun away from them. The leader of the island, Sampo, welcomes him and tells him that Jun's parents died as a result of the attack by the pirate, and since then he has lost his balance, and Sampo apologizes for the futile journey. Urith, the native doctor, says he has tried to cure Jun. They ask if Munsu will wait for a few days on their island. He is taken to his room. That night, he goes out and sees the whole village is silent. He sees Jun and his sister. He asks about the doctor, and Jun's sister says the doctor was a miracle worker and could even heal a dead man. The following day, Munsu walks around and sees a tree. The tree has a human body. He goes nearer and uproots one of its roots. The leaf has a root of a female, and the female shouted. Urith comes by. He says the tree is a medicinal tree called mandrake. Munsu shows Urith the leaves Jun is holding. He figures something is wrong, so he goes to Jun's house. He tells Jun he knows he saw something before leaving the village and losing his memory. Jun didn't say anything, so his sister sent him away. On his way home, a ninja from Urith called Mina attacks him. Tianhian saves him, although he gets angry at Tianhian. He goes to bed that night and has a weird nightmare. The next morning, Jun has regained his memories and he runs down to Munsu. That morning, Munsu is asked to eat breakfast with the king. He has left for the palace before Jun arrives at his house. Jun sees him going to the palace through the window, so he runs down to the palace too. At the palace, Munsu asks why there is no animal in the village. He is told that a virus entered the village and attacked humans and animals, but Urith saved the humans. Munsu asks them if they know the story of a village that had a magic tree built in human structure called Mandrake. He says the village was attacked by pirates who wanted to take the tree, and suddenly everyone in the village caught a virus. He isn't done with his story before Jun enters. Jun says he has remembered what he saw and says he saw that Urith isn't human but a demon with wings. Munsu asks Urith to show himself. He shoots at the other men on the table and points the gun at Urith, but Mina comes and saves Urith. Munsu, Jun, and Tianhian go to the tree and burn it down. He says he is going to show Jun a secret. He gives Jun a gun to protect himself and tells Tianhian to stay by the tree and ensure the tree burns down. He instructs her not to leave the tree even if he is dying. He goes back to the village and shoots down everyone he meets. Jun challenges him not to shoot his sister. Munsu asks him to remember what happened during the plague, and Jun recognizes that everyone in their village was dead when he returned. He shoots his sister. Urith comes by. He wakes all the dead bodies up and asks them to kill Jun. Munsu calls his ghost Jushin. He asks the ghost to fight with the dead bodies while they leave Urith for him. Meanwhile, Mina challenges Tianhian, who didn't leave her spot, but Mina comes near her. They fight until Tianhian kills Mina. Munsu tries to shoot Urith, but Urith isn't human, so he can't die by gunshot. Urith wants to inject him with mandrake so he will become a living corpse. Before Urith can do that, Tianhian cuts his head off. Tianhian apologizes for leaving where Munsu asked her to be. Urith's head starts moving, so Munsu burns his body together with all the dead bodies. He consoles Jun and tells him the humans had been long dead and he is giving them rest. Jun realizes he is a living corpse, as he also died from the virus, so he kills himself. Tianyan begs Munsu to forgive him for going against his rule. He tells her even though the destruction of Jushin made her town destroyed too, she stands on her own. He tells her he would have hated himself if she died. They continue their journey in search of more villages to help. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post the next recap.